It's like a cat.
Hey guys, it's Andrew here with Zocomo TV, and here is a review video for the Thrive 40-gallon Desert. If you haven't seen my unboxing video, go ahead and take a look at that. I'll post the link right in the description. Pretty much everything you see that comes in the kit we still have with the box, and we just done some upgrades for our own aesthetics. You can see my wife here decorated with some feathers and some stars, just because she likes looking at that. We've also done some upgrades for Ember's benefit as well. We have some logs in there, then we have the cork board in the back for her. Before I get to the review, I'm just going to spend like a minute doing a quick tank update. One thing we've done recently, really my wife did, is we put in this paper towel over the mat just so it's easier to clean. We're not going bioactive yet because it's just cost, but this just makes it easier to clean the mat. And that's pretty much the only upgrade that we have so far. So let's get into the review. So for my reviews, I actually like to get things a little technical. I like to have different categories. So as you saw in the thumbnail, I give this thing 3 stars. I think it's an okay product, especially if you're trying to get an overall system for your animals. The first category I would say is quality. I'd say it's decent quality. This little frame up here for the top seems to be pretty durable. When we got it in the box, it had a couple things, like there's a scratch in the glass up here. So that was the main thing for quality, as far as quality goes. And the lights that come with it, they're ceramic, so that means they're, in my experience, it tends to be higher quality lights at least. So for the quality category, I would give it a half star. And then the next category is affordability. And when you compare this, at first I thought it was a pretty good product, then I went online, did some research. It's pretty similar cost when you look at ZooMed products or even like Exoterra. It's a very similar price point. This whole kit is $240. And if you were to buy everything by itself, compare it that way, yes, it's affordable, but when you compare it to the other name brands they specialize in reptiles, it's really not that affordable. I figured since it's Petsmart's brand, it'd be a little bit cheaper, but it's not really. We got it on Black Friday and it was like half off, so it was a really good deal for us. So in those regards, I would say it's half star for affordability. Next thing is user friendly. For the most part, it's easy to use. The biggest thing that we have is this right front door. This frame up here bows, and you can even see a gap here. You probably can't see it on camera, but there's a gap here and it bows in the center. So this right door gets jammed. You can kind of see it's hard to get. So if we want to open this door, we have to lift up. That's really annoying. Both my wife and I can't stand it. That's the biggest thing for user friendliness. And the other thing that I don't like, and I kind of touched on it in one of my other videos, is the food trays don't even fit this food tray door. I think these are more designed for you to put food in there with your hand, which to me I think is pointless, because if you're doing it right, you're going to be cleaning your food trays anyways. So it's really aggravating that the food trays don't even fit through the food drawer. So user friendliness, there's another half star there. For size and aesthetics, I'd say overall it's a good size. If you're going to use it as a starter tank for your reptiles, I'd say it's a good size tank. It's smaller, it's not huge, it's not going to be annoying to maintain. For the beginner keeper, so in those regards, I'd say 1 star, but put a little asterisk there because our next category is functionality and doesn't really do what it's supposed to do. So if you look on the box, if you look on the website what it's supposed to do, they list that it's ideal for a bearded dragon, which if you talk to experts, it's not. They recommend having at least 2 feet by 2 feet. This is only 18 inches. And it's really not even 18 inches because they have this random gap here. I don't really know what it's for. So if you're going to get a bearded dragon, this could be a good grow out. But I can tell you, now that Ember's bigger, we definitely want to upgrade as soon as possible. So I don't recommend it for an adult bearded dragon unless you have an adult bearded dragon that just doesn't walk around at all. Ember's climbing all over. The nice thing is we put this corkboard and it provides a lot more surface area for Ember to crawl around on, so that's really nice. That's an added bonus. So if you do get this kit, I definitely recommend upgrading it with logs and some corkboard in the back so your animal to have more surface area to crawl around on. Another thing is it lists Euromastics and tortoises as animals that are okay to keep in this, and personally I would never put a tortoise in this thing unless it was specifically meant as a grow out for maybe a year or two. The same thing for a Euromastics. I would never recommend this for an adult of either of those species. So functionality wise, I'd say it's not that great for those specific animals. And again, this gap is annoying. So all in all, I would say it's about 3 stars for the Petsmart Thrive 40-gallon Desert Essentials Kit. For us, it's serving the purpose. It allowed us to get Ember in a starter tank, and we do plan to upgrade. And we will probably end up using this tank for a leopard gecko, which is kind of big for a leopard gecko. So all in all, 3 stars. It's an okay product. It works. Couple of things I want to mention on real quick. Brittany, can you hand me that heat thing and kind of come closer? So this kit comes standard with some swing arm thermometer hygrometers, so you can see them up there. They're not the greatest quality for us. They just serve the general purpose of we know when it's warmer, we know when it's cooler. We don't know exactly what it is. So we have this heat gun. I shine it on there, it kind of reflects. It says 92 on here, but on that it shows mid 90s, so it's a few degrees off. And the other thing is the humidity isn't accurate. It's over. That's over on the humidity scale, and you can know that. There's people who've done reviews and they all say it's over. So for us, since we live in Illinois, we're not too concerned about humidity. We might be in the summertime, so that's not a big deal. As far as temperature goes, we know when it's getting warmer and cooler, and we have this heat gun. We can test on the top of this thing. It's 107 degrees there, and it's 100, or there it's 90 degrees, so Ember's still getting the warmth he needs. And then over in this cool corner over here, it's only 80 degrees, so we know we have a good heat gradient. So as far as heat purposes, it's okay. It does the basic premise of having a basing spot, and it's warm enough over here that Ember's not going to have any heat thermoregulative issues. The other thing to note is the UV light that comes with it is a compact, one of those CFL UV lights. A lot of people don't like them. They're not the best, because the best ones are those linear bulbs, because they provide the most UV. I can say, based on experience, that Ember spends most of his time up there when he's basing on the log, and so we know we're comfortable with the amount of UV he's getting. But other than that, that's pretty much the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, hit the comment down below in the video. If you learned something today, share with your friends and family. If you know anyone considering getting a reptile, show them this video. Maybe they'll get the tank, maybe they won't. If you're just getting a starter system, you're going to plan on growing them out in the tank, then upgrading, maybe get a smaller thing like a leopard gecko or a snake, put it in here. I say that's okay. But for adult bearded dragons, adult Euromastics, adult tortoises, again, I don't know why they list tortoise, but I would say this isn't good for one of those animals. Stay tuned for more videos, hit that subscribe button, and Andrew out.